So this is the DJI Action 2. This is the successor to their Osmo Action, which I was looking at for a while since I really liked DJI products, right? I've had the Osmo Plus, I've had the Osmo Mobile, the DJI Pocket. So of course, also looking at the Osmo Action, and then the Action 2 came out. This one also looks very interesting. This is a dual screen combo. And I've been looking for a replacement for my Sony AS300 action camera for a while, since I bought that all the way back in 2016. So I was looking for like something a little bit more upgraded, I guess. So yeah, been looking at the DJI brand, of course, since I already owned a lot of their cameras before. So this one says magnetic versatility, horizon steady, dual OLED touchscreen, 4K, 120 FPS. That's what we're talking about. See, these are the nice upgrades I was looking for. Born wearable, 10 meters, waterproof. Pretty nice. And yeah, this one is a warehouse deal by Amazon. Reason is because if you buy this full price, it's like 520 bucks or something like that for the dual screen combo. That's quite expensive for an action camera. So I actually got this at a discount. At the warehouse deals version, I actually managed to get this including tax for 320 bucks. So that's pretty good. I mean, this was 520 bucks before tax, right? And I got this for 320 after tax, which is a pretty good deal. So I snapped this up when I saw this deal. And yeah, this is gonna be my new action camera from now on. Let's take a look at what's inside the box here. So get this little booklet here. Oh, yeah, this, I'm guessing they have instructions in Chinese and English because they're a Chinese company. So yeah, quick start guide. And you know, I'm expecting good results from the Osmo Action because if you look at GoPro really was the company that kind of started the whole action camera market. But DJI has been overtaking GoPro for the basically last 5, 6, 7 years, I'd say. They've been overtaking GoPro, so they've been doing better than GoPro, and I think their gimbals, yeah, their cameras, their drones obviously have all been doing really well. So I have high confidence in DJI's products, especially after using their Osmo products. So yeah, that's just their quick start guide, and we all know how to use an action camera, right? All right, let's look at how small this thing is. Look at that, tiny. Let's look at what else. Comes with a USB-C cable, obviously charges with USB-C, as this just came out last year. So it's a pretty recent device. Comes with a lanyard, pretty cool, a strap. And it comes with a tripod head, it looks like. So you can mount this on a tripod, I guess. That's pretty nice and very useful, because I use tripods a lot. Yep, so this is a tripod mount, I think. A tripod mount, and you have the, this is the GoPro mount actually. So using this mount, you can mount to GoPro devices, accessories, I mean. So any GoPro accessory like waterproof cases, head straps, chest mounts, stuff like that, head mounts, right? Anything basically produced for GoPro, which there is a lot. There's a lot of GoPro accessories. This is very similar to the mount used by GoPro. So that means, I think most of the accessories that was produced for recent GoPros should be able to work with the Osmo, which is really nice. I mean, the Action 2. I don't know why they took out the Osmo name, but it's called the Action 2 now, no Osmo anymore. It's kind of weird. I think it's just like the Osmo Pocket was changed to the Pocket 2. They don't like using the Osmo name anymore. I'm not sure why. All right, so this is the camera and also the screen accessory. So that's pretty cool. That has, it's a magnetic attachment, I think. So this one actually attaches magnetically, and it serves as the display or the viewfinder for the, I think this will be my first action camera with a viewfinder, because my Sony AS300 did not have a viewfinder. It only had like a limited display for like the menu and stuff like that, but it didn't have actual viewfinder display. So yeah, all the accessories seem pretty well made. Tripod mount. This is the GoPro accessory mount, or Action 2 accessory mount, I should say now. Pretty nice. I think these little clip-ons go like this for better contact, I'm guessing. That's pretty nicely designed. So this is the, I guess this is the, another head that can rotate. It's got a rotating head here. So it's kind of like a tripod mount. Pretty nice, also clippable. And this is the lanyard strap. I guess you can strap it onto your, just hang it around your neck, I guess is what they want you to do. So yeah, these are all pretty nice accessories, and I think they're all magnetic. That's how they're like attached to the Action 2, which I think is pretty nice. That's an interesting way of design. And then this is the Action 2 camera. You can see how small it is. It's I think it's definitely smaller than the GoPro Hero 3 that I had years back, and it's smaller than the Sony AS300, which is the other action camera I owned, and also the Contour Roam, which is the first action camera I ever owned. So I've owned a few action cameras before in the past. This is definitely the smallest so far. I guess this is the on button here on top, and they have a viewfinder in the back of the display. So this one comes with a display. I guess that's why they call it dual screen, because there's two screens actually. And yeah, so this is just another screen. That's all it is, just another screen. And then this camera itself comes with its own screen as well. So dual screens. So this is field of view 155 degrees, f 2.811.7. And that's the specs of this camera. So yeah, yeah, I think that's really it here. All right, so you can see how the camera attaches. So you can see this is the magnetic attachment, connects with pins. So I think it connects like this. So yeah, this also has an on button here. So it'll connect like this, there. So once it's connected, then I guess this should show it's charging or something. You can press on, and I can turn it on in English, okay. And this is a touch screen, so it's pretty cool. I mean, you just attach it, and there's a front viewfinder. Yeah, I guess this is a viewfinder. So you have two screens, both of which are viewfinders. So yeah, I can look at this one, or I can look at this one. It's the same one. I guess this makes it useful when you're recording something, and you know, at the same time, you can see what it's recording, but also if you're on selfie mode, you can also see what you're recording too. So both ways you can see what you're recording. I think that's what it's for, right? So normally, you know, you're recording this way, and then you can see what you're recording, but then you can do selfie mode and you can also see what you're recording. So pretty cool. So let's do 1080p 60 frame rates. I think if I'm doing action camera, I'd probably want 60, right? 60. Well, I can do 2.7. I can do all the way up to 4K. But the thing is, if you select 4K, it's going to take up more battery life. Yep. Can I keep it at 60 here? Oh, how do you select this? Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is recording. Okay. I guess, does it have internal storage or something? Where's the SD card slot? Yeah, here's the SD card slot. Okay, so I haven't even put anything in. I guess it has internal storage just recording onto, but yeah, there's an SD card slot here. You can put your memory chip, because it's got to be recording onto something. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Very nice small device right here. Oh, and here's the charger, the USB-C charger on the side right here. Microphone, I'm guessing. Micro SD speakers. And this one can also record. So you got two buttons here that can power and record. I guess it has internal storage it's recording onto right now. So this is recording right now. Yep, wait to it. And of course it has built-in stabilization. I mean, that's what action cameras should have, but I mean, actually they only came out with that maybe around the same time that the Sony camera that I had back in 2016, I think. The Sony camera that I had, the AS300, was one of the first cameras actually to have optical image stabilization, believe it or not, or any kind of stabilization on an action camera, because previously action cameras didn't have any kind of stabilization on them. And that's kind of crazy to think about because of the situations you're using the action camera in, right? Which is usually some kind of shaky motion, right? So you'd think that they would have stabilization before, but they only had stabilization starting from 2016. So yeah, my first GoPro, my Hero 3, did not have any stabilization. So the images and videos, they all looked really shaky and stuff. But after I got my Sony, you know, that actually had stabilization. And of course, this one should have stabilization too. It just came out last year. So now I can put other accessories that clip onto it. I'm guessing that's what these clips, you can keep attaching stuff onto it. Like, it's all magnetic too. So I can clip this onto it. Then this can clip onto some GoPro accessory, I'm guessing, right? Some kind of mount. And you just unclip it like this if you ever want to. I mean, it's pretty strong. The magnetic attachment is really strong, actually. So this normally does not come off. You gotta like hold the clips on the side. So this is really well designed, how DJI did this, right? Very strong magnetic attachment. It does not come off easily at all. You can't even pull it apart if you wanted to. You gotta press those clips. This is a tripod mount, again. Connects like this, very, very strong, very hard to get off. You gotta press the clips. Oh, it's easy to accidentally press this button, I think. So yeah, I think overall I really like this camera, and I'm gonna definitely test it out. So a couple other things about using this camera. So if you swipe down from the top here, you actually get access to a bunch of quick access menu options. So this one turns the full screen on and off. This one actually turns screen lock on and off. So you have to just do that to unlock the screen. This will actually format the SD card, and you can switch your storage between the internal storage, which by the way, I think it starts out around 22 gigs free. I'm guessing there's probably like a total of, I don't know how much the internal like software takes up, but yeah, you start up with around 22 gigs free, but then you can, that's how much the internal storage. So you don't have to have an SD card to use this camera. Comes with this much free, but if you do want to, you know, store a lot more videos, then you can just use an SD card, and then you can format it and switch to the storage there. And then there's the settings here. You can do voice control. You can do vibration notification, snapshot, wireless connection. I think you can update the firmware there, connecting it to Wi-Fi. Video compression, you can adjust the settings there. I wonder how much this is by default. Okay, HEVC, you can also adjust it to H.264 if you want. Sounds, you can turn grid on and off, anti-flicker, auto stop recording temperature. So a lot of my Sony devices, a lot of my Sony cameras actually have an auto stop. Whenever the temperature reaches a certain level, they'll stop recording automatically. You can adjust that there. And then this is what, single screen preview, supported. Okay, interesting. And this is screen off. Okay, screen off when locked. Okay, I see. And the screen off when recording. So I guess you can save some battery life by turning the screen off when you're locked state of recording. Auto power off, you can turn that on to save battery life as well. LEDs, macro lens detection, horizon calibration, continue last live stream, change the language, factory reset, device info, and compliance info. So yeah, a lot of settings you can do there. Here you can turn pro mode, which not exactly sure what pro mode is. Maybe it's like higher FPS, or maybe is it like some sort of filter when you're like recording something? I'm not really sure. Maybe something to do with the image quality or resolution, or the appearance of the video. I'm not sure. This one you can turn voice control on and off. This one you can turn the orientation lock. This one you can set the brightness. So yeah, those settings when you swipe up. Then we swipe from the below, you can change the resolution 1080p, 4x or 8x. I guess by default it's 4x speed. I'm actually expecting 1x speed, so I'm not sure why it's 4x speed. 2.7K and 4K are your options. You can only choose 4x speed from there. And then if you swipe this way, it's access to, if you swipe to the right, you have access to quick settings, exposure auto, white balance auto, color normal. You can change all this. You can change the desync-alike. It's interesting. I guess if you want to later calibrate your colors, so if you have a LUT or something like that, like a lookup table, I guess this would be similar to the Cine log setting on, you know, a lot of cameras and stuff. If you want to add some coloring to your video later, but I'm just going to do normal because I think most people are fine with normal unless you're like some video editor and you really want to, you know, color your videos differently later. You can do that. Field of view standard and dewarp. You can do wide. Okay. Wonder what I say is there. Standard, oh, standard or wide. D-warp, oh, interesting. I can do wide. And microphone, you can turn channel stereo, mono or stereo, noise reduction on, and this one is directional audio. Okay, and that's all. You can change the front and back, or all. Okay, so that's cool settings there. Yeah, and then if you swipe to the left here, you have access to the videos that you've recorded. So this is one I took a little bit earlier, and yeah, I'll also be doing a test demo with this device, of course, just like I do with every camera whenever I buy one, or with every stabilizer. So to me, it seems fairly stable when I used it. But yeah, I'm going to be doing another test later on. So this is where you can view your videos here, and you'll have all your videos in your storage here. All right, so there's a few other settings here you can have when you pull up from here. So yes, you can choose your resolution here and your frame rate. So you have 24, which is kind of a cinema standard, all the way up to 240, which is if you want to deal with like super slow motion, you can choose that frame rate. Even 120 actually would be kind of slow motion if you care about that. But I leave it on 60 usually. So usually when I'm filming, I want to have like kind of like a smoother motion, because usually I film in 30. 30 is just standard, but you want to have the footage look smoother, you can film it in 60, which is like what I usually do for action cameras. And there's a 1080p power reserve, I guess, which lowers the image quality a bit in order to preserve battery life, which is nice, because I remember back in the GoPro days when I had a GoPro, I had to film in 720 because the 1080 resolution one would eat up the battery life very fast. So I was kind of forced to film in 720 back then. So it's nice to have a 1080 power reserve, so I can still film in 1080 and not have to worry about battery life. Yeah, and then it's 2.7K 16:9, and then 2.7K 4:3, so the different aspect ratios. Wonder why you would need to film in 4:3. Yeah, I'm not sure. Most people have widescreen these days. Not sure who has a 4:3 screen anymore. There's a 4K 16:9, and then curiously a 4K 4:3. So who has a 4K display with a 4:3 aspect ratio? I'm wondering, because I don't think you see any native monitors or displays with 4:3 aspect ratio. Well, I guess there's the iPad. Okay, the iPad is like the only one I know of, but there's no other device I know of that has a 4:3 aspect ratio or monitor. You know, those are very old school monitors have it, but yeah. 16:9 is the usual, and I don't film in 4K or 2.7K because of battery life and storage space. Those are actually the issues there. Yeah, so you might be wondering, why don't you ever film in 4K? Well, storage space, battery life, basically the main reasons. You click up here, you can do loop duration, off max 5 minutes, 20 minutes. I'm not sure exactly what loop duration means. Does it mean that like it'll keep filming or something like that? I'm not sure. Then the HS, you can choose the stabilization technology. Now, I'm not exactly sure the differences between two. So there's steady, there's rock steady, which seems like a little bit more field of view, then horizon balancing and horizon steady. So I'm not really sure what's the difference. I leave it on rock steady because it looks like it has the widest field of view, but I'm not sure what the others are. There. So, oh my God. Okay. So yeah, you have a few different modes here. You got photo, video, quick clip, slow-mo, and time-lapse. So you got those. You got it. If I don't select one, it's gonna go down. So time-lapse, obviously you know what that is. Slow-mo. Quick clip is kind of annoying. I don't know why you would want to film like quick. You only allow 30 seconds max in that mode. And photo, obviously, I don't know why you would use this for photo, but videos usually. And then yeah, that's why I gotta keep moving it. Otherwise, it goes down. So you can't see the menu anymore, and I don't even know what this gesture is. It's like you gotta swipe like this, and then yeah, you'll get up to that screen. You gotta kind of select from the center of the display upwards or something like that. So I don't know if you there's so many gestures on this touchscreen. Yeah, obviously you can do it this way, up, down. Yeah, if you do the wrong gesture, you'll get the wrong screen. But yeah, I think I just usually strike from the. It doesn't always work too. Yeah, see. Yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna stick to video. I think there's very few times where you really would have to switch to the other modes. It's not very common. So yeah, I would just switch to video, but that's very annoying how you how you have to do that very specific gesture in order to get to that screen, and then it goes away if you don't select anything. So yeah, that's it. Now let's take a look at some test footage that I recorded using the Action 2. Hey guys, so I'm in Stanley Park in Vancouver right now, and I'll be testing out my DJI Action here, and let's see how it performs, because I'll be riding a bike, and I have it set to rock steady stabilization. I'm not sure what all the different stabilization settings are. There's like steady, rock steady, horizon steady or something. I have it set to rock steady. Looks like a little bit of a wider field of view, so let's see how it performs.